What's up, guys? My name's Owen, and welcome back to the Pit Stop Podcast. And in this one, I am going to be reviewing the 2022 All-Star Race from Texas Motor Speedway. So, in this, there's the All-Star Open, which is for which are for people who haven't got a win in the last couple seasons to race their way in. And so there's 3 stages in this. So the winner of each stage gets in. And also there's a fan vote that whoever wins that automatically gets in. And before the start of the race, Tyler Reddick and Justin Haley had to start at the rear. They never really said what happened, so yeah. So, starting on stage 1, it was 20 laps. So Daniel Suarez and Ricky Stenhouse started on the front row. And Ricky Stenhouse assumed the lead. And nothing really happened. We discovered it was kind of tough to pass, even with the resin on the top groove. It's kind of hard to pass when everyone's driving just open throttle. And Ricky Stenhouse won stage 1 and advances to the main event. Now for stage 2. Daniel Suarez wins the race off pit road. Justin Haley had an uncontrolled tire penalty. And Corey LaJoie, he stayed out and assumes the lead. Alright, then a little while later, Landon Castle blows a tire and slams into the wall, bringing out the first caution of the Open. And Landon Castle is out of the Open and will not transfer. Alright, after that, Chris Buescher took the lead. And Chris Buescher wins stage 2 and advances to the Open. For stage 3, it was 10 laps. Cole Custer had an uncontrolled tire penalty. Daniel Suarez takes the lead. Then, a little while later, Tyler Reddick spins, hitting the wall, and he collects Harrison Burton, bringing out the second caution. And both Reddick and Burton are out and cannot advance. After that, Daniel Suarez won the Open and he advances. And Eric Jones ends up winning the fan vote and he advances to the main event. So, now for the main event. Or I should probably rate the Open first. That would probably be better. Okay. So the Open was not incredibly interesting, but Texas isn't really the best track for like an all-star event, mostly because there's like no passing. So the Open, I'll probably give 5 out of 10. It wasn't amazing. What wasn't terrible, but it was mediocre. Now, on to the actual All-Star race. So, Alex Bowman had to start at the rear. For some reason, I have no idea. And the first stage was 25 laps. So there are 4 stages in this race. So 25 laps for the first one, and Ryan Blaney and Kyle Busch start on the front row. And Kyle Busch just took the lead and just ran away with the first stage. And Kyle Busch wins stage 1. And for each of the stage wins, you get, if you finish in the top 15 at the start of stage 4, you get priority selection. So the winner of every stage will be like 1, 2, and 3. So start of the second stage is also 25 laps. Kurt Busch won the race off pit road. And on that set of pit stop, Kevin Harvick had the hood of his car up, fixing something. Not 100% sure. But Kyle Busch leads. A little while into the run, Kyle Larson blows a tire and slams into the wall. He ends up going through the infield grass, bringing out our first caution of the All-Star race, and Larson is out. After that, Austin Cindric takes the lead. And then the big incident of this whole thing. So Kyle Busch, who was leading before, like, right before Cindric took the lead, he blew it. He had a tire going down, so he was slowing down, and he went to the low side of the track. And Ross Chastain, he was battling someone a little further back. He decided to go low. Didn't realize Busch was going slow, and absolutely slams into the back of Kyle. And Chastain goes airborne. And he must have been at like an 88-degree angle. I don't know how he did not go over there. Chastain ended up landing it, and he went kind of back up the track and takes out Chase Elliott. Chase had nowhere to go. And this brings out caution number 2. And all 3 of them are out of the race. And I have to say, that was one of the hardest hits I've seen this season anyone take. Like all the initial collision, and then when Chase got taken out, both those hits were like the hardest I've seen this season. After that, Austin Cindric continues to lead, and he wins stage 2. And at the end of the stage, there are 4 cars out of the race. Now, after stage 2 ended, there was a pit road challenge where everyone had to pit, and whoever had the fastest time down pit road wins. And the winner ended up being Joey Logano, and his team bagged a $100,000 bonus, or $100,000 prize for that. And Logano, if he stays in the top 15, he would start 3rd in the final stage, because the stage 1 winner is out of the race. So he gets bumped up a spot. Now, in the 3rd stage, also 25 laps, William Byron won the race off pit road. And Kurt Busch had a penalty for driving through too many pit stalls. So Byron leads. A little while later, Ryan Blaney takes the lead. Nearing the end of, or nearing like the halfway point of the stage, Ricky Stenhouse had a flat tire, but he does end up making it to pit road. Then, like 1 or 2 laps after that, Christopher Bell gets into the outside wall, bringing out caution number 3. And Ryan Blaney ends up winning stage 3. So, in the final stage, it is 50 laps. And so Cindric, Blaney, and Logano are the top 3. And then after the initial restart, Ryan Blaney retakes the lead. Then Eric Jones hits the wall, bringing out the 4th caution, and Jones is out of the race. Like, Jones hit the wall so hard, he had, like, no paint on the right side of his car. After that, Denny Hamlin won the race off pit road, but Blaney continues to lead since he didn't pit. Then, going into the last lap, Ricky Stenhouse bumps the wall, but since he was like second to last place, or like third to last or something, everyone passed him cleanly. And at this point, Ryan Blaney was like 20 feet from the line, and NASCAR threw a caution. And Blaney's team was celebrating since they thought they won, but the stupid rules for the All-Star race say the track has to be green for you to win the All-Star race, which isn't like the normal rules where if you see the white, the next flag would end the race. So Ryan Blaney at this point thought he had won, so he had taken his window net down. And when he learned he didn't, he was trying to, like, he spent the next couple laps trying to get the window net back up, but it was kind of loose, and I think NASCAR was like, we screwed up. If he doesn't win, we screwed up. So we did do another restart, and Ryan Blaney wins the All-Star race and picks up the $1 million winnings. So the top 5 were Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, and Daniel Suarez being the top 5. This was one of the most boring All-Star races I have seen in a while. Like, the only redeeming thing was, like, that chaotic crash between Busch and Chastain. Like, this was not a good race. I'm going to give this race a 4.5 out of 10. And, so that's going to be all for this video. Join me next week for the Charlotte race. And also probably I'll probably also do the Indy 500 review for IndyCar. So stay tuned for that. So please remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Peace.